Welcome to a beautiful morning out here at the river house, and a giant pile of insulation to be broken apart, packed inside, and neatly stacked somehow. Quite the adventure. I'm kidding. But then we need to sort all of the treasures. So that's what's on the agenda today. $68 bags, 44 pounds a piece. They don't seem like much to you. Move a little trailer load. Reminds me of bucking hay bales. I got a bunch down here and the rest up there. So, cool. Now I'm going to clean up that trailer deck, and I don't know, we need to sort the truck, but I think Danny and Shay will have fun doing that, so I might wait until I know if they're coming out here to help me today. If they're not, I'll just start, but if they are, maybe we'll put some insulation in and find out just how different working with Rockwool is. It's a lot firmer. A lot less dusty. It's made from steel mill slag. Which doesn't seem like a good thing to make insulation out of. But it is apparently a great use for it, and that's where it gets all of its durability or whatnot. There is a little bit of a formaldehyde binder in this stuff, apparently less than classic fiberglass, but more than the green fiberglass. It's spec'd in some places. So, I don't know. I know we'll start on that back wall because the studs are offset the least there, so it'll be the easiest to fit them in. And we'll find out together. Let's go clean off that trailer. So the Rockwool, they talk about it going up easier, and I couldn't really figure out how or why, because it's not like fiberglass goes up particularly hard, although I suppose it is a little more difficult to get it properly fluffed and whatnot. But it truly does go up easier. They're firmer and whatever. I've been cutting it when I need to cut it to width on the table saw. I have no idea if that's saw blade still feels okay. I have no idea if that's a good idea or a bad idea. I can tell you it's working. Occasionally you'll get these little black hard spots in it. I don't see any right now. little black hard spots in the Rockwool. Looks like a chunk of slag, and I can't imagine they're good for saw blades or anything else, but whatever. And it's going up pretty fast. I mean, it truly isn't taking particularly long. I don't have an awful lot of waste here, and I know I've got pockets and nooks and crannies that I can shred that stuff up and stuff it into. Yeah, and there's a tiny black hard spot. So if I pull this out, it's a chunk of steel slag. You can listen. I mean, it's an actual rock. I don't notice any sound difference yet, but I suppose with these big whomping and flapping plastic, that makes sense. I've gotten over into there, although I'm doing a room and then coming back and doing the cutting. And I've been wearing a respirator. They say with Rockwool it's not nearly as necessary, but it seems really dumb not to. So that's what I've been doing. Seems to go up okay. So far, thumbs up on the switch from Rockwool to fiberglass, even though in many ways I did it simply because, well, I saw an opportunity and I took it. Yeah. Kitchen wall, pantry wall, through that, I guess, bedroom closet. Now I'm starting down the far side over there. Yeah, I think when I did my estimation, however, I think I entirely forgot to count the pantry. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look at my figures. Because this should have been pretty close to everything I would need to do both layers of the double wall. So when I'm done, I should have half of it left, and I don't think I'm going to have half of it left. So I counted wrong. We'll see. We'll see. I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've used 7 bags. So it's going okay. So far I like it. Me breathing through my respirator, which luckily is not filtering out the oxygen molecules. Whew. I was worried that it was going to trap all my CO2 and filter out all my oxygen so that I'd get dumb in the head. I had a parent use that as an excuse for their child's grade. So far, whew, I'm getting the air that I need through that respirator. What a mess. Doesn't feel any less sharp, though it certainly should be. I think doing the Rockwool this way does produce more dust. Also produces really nice straight cuts. Alright, so we got insulation from that bay all the way around to the door. I know I should be putting 2 or 3 more hours out here. It's not even 5 o'clock yet. It's 20 to 5. I didn't start until 9. But I don't think I'm gonna go home and take a shower. I did have Shay watch Men in Black last night, but didn't really click with him. So I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, Sandlot or Secondhand Lions. Just another one of the great kids movies. I need a haircut too. Yeah, I'm going to hate myself a little bit, but I believe I'm done. So, my initial impressions of the Rockwool, it is easier to put up. Doing it the way I'm doing is producing more dust for sure, but on the other hand, it gives me really nice cuts. A lot of really nice sealed edges. We did our best with our spacing, but as with everything that I put together, it's not quite right. So on occasion I have to rip these little strips off, because it's, you know, a 14.25-inch wide bay instead of 15 and 15.25, whatever they are. So I get in a stack of these strips, and they're not all from that. Some of it is just extras for me ripping off edges and pieces or whatnot. But it's good, because I'm going to need them. Because all the way along the double walls, we do have a gap down there, and if I don't put insulation in that, then I just get the R value of the wood, which I think is about 1 per inch. So in that spot, top and bottom, you'll have a R6, 7, R7. You'll also have a nice migratory air channel, which we do want. Anyways, I was thinking of taking those strips, cutting them right in half, and stuffing them in there, top and bottom. I don't know if it's worth it or not, but I believe that's it. I didn't get any of the truck unloaded or anything sorted, because the family never did come out. It was just Dad. I think everybody's tired of building a house. I know I am. It won't happen if you don't get it done, right? Anyways, thanks for watching. Well, I know we're putting them out a little faster, and hope to put one out again tomorrow. Having the Starlink internet very much helps, because, you know, uploading videos used to be a 6 or 7 hour chore, and when that happened, the whole house was crippled. So it was problematic. But now it's a 20-minute process. So it was like when I was uploading videos at school for our remote class, and it just, you know, there it was even faster. It was a minute of video was uploaded in 30 seconds, so I mean, it still took a while, but so anyways, it's a little easier. So we're trying to do more. Also, excited, want to get our money's worth. Right now I'm paying for both internet systems. If you're curious on the Starlink stuff, it's got a very high latency. Latency is the round trip. I believe it's round trip. It might be one-way trip, but I believe it's the round trip up to outer space and back down. So it's got a pretty high latency compared to the DSL at home. And while you don't notice it much with websites and stuff, it's this 1 millisecond pause when you click on things, and ours is so slow you never notice really that anyways. It is really problematic for streaming videos. So I have it set up on the Amazon Prime account to use that, and it's very finicky. It might take you 2 or 3 times to get something to start. Then it rolls without a problem. Whereas on the DSL, it would start after a 5, 6, 7 minute delay as it buffered up enough, and then a long video it might stop and buffer in the middle. And the Starlink doesn't do that, but it does occasionally just drop out. But that makes sense. It's beta. That's why we signed up for it. Still, when I upload one of these videos in 20 minutes or so, it's worth it. Huh, I hear a big tractor running somewhere. Well, it ain't mine, because battery's dead. Ha! See you guys later. Thanks for watching.